Hello friends, Mandar here. I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to talk about 10 things why you should not move to Canada. I have been making videos for Canada immigration for quite some time now, and in most of them I have told a positive aspect of Canada. That is why people should consider moving to Canada given their immigration system. But today I wanted to talk about some of the other side of the things in Canada which may not be viewed as positive. So some of the things that you should consider before moving to Canada. So if you're interested in this topic, please watch the video until the end and let's get started. If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Mandar and I make immigration related videos for US and Canada. I would also like to mention that I am not an immigration lawyer. For your personal immigration needs, you should hire a competent immigration attorney. If you like this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. And let's get started. Now let's look at some of the things that might make you think twice before moving to Canada. So I'm going to tell you 10 things from my personal experience as well as from my research that might not find you appealing about Canada. Now that's not to say that Canada isn't a great country to move to. It is still one of the best countries to immigrate to, but it is my personal obligation to let you know some of the things that might not appeal you before moving to Canada. So here they are. Number 1, the weather. The weather is very cold. So if you are from one of those countries which are warmer or tropical, you might not find Canada as very comfortable in terms of weather. Obviously, everybody knows that Canada is very cold, but how cold? That's the real question. When you start getting into minus 10, minus 15, minus 20 or even minus 30 degrees Celsius, that's really cold and you cannot describe it unless you experience it. But here's the thing. There are a lot of people who are actually very happy living in Canada in spite of all the cold weather. I find it very interesting when people only focus on the cold weather aspect of Canada, and that kind of overshadows all the positive things in Canada. Many people from tropical countries who have migrated to Canada never get used to the cold weather, and they always keep complaining about the cold weather even after 10, 15, 20, 30 years of their time spent in Canada. They can never get used to it. They are okay with the extreme hot weather in their own country where they are not able to go outside in 45 or 48 degrees Celsius, but they complain about the cold weather in Canada when they cannot go out for the same reason. So I just want to point out that if you have a real big problem with the cold weather, consider not moving to Canada. In fact, a lot of people who have adjusted to the cold weather in Canada, some of them like myself, would say we don't need those whiners who keep complaining about the cold weather. And they probably keep talking about the cold weather because they want to cover up the fact that they don't want to take the efforts to move to Canada. But that's just me. So that was the fact number 1. Canada is a very cold country, and if you have a problem with cold weather, do not immigrate to Canada. Now point number 2. Don't come to Canada if you don't like liberalism or socialism. There is a lot of it in Canada. Liberal idea is when you are open to immigration, open to cultures, open to multiculturalism. Canada also has a lot of social benefits programs for new immigrants and asylum seekers. So if you have an issue with socialism or liberalism, you might see that a lot in Canada, and that might upset you from time to time. So that is number 2 reason that you might not want to move to Canada. The third reason, and this is very important, is if you want to keep comparing Canada with other countries like United States, then you might not want to come to Canada. There are some people in the tech industry and IT industry who spend a lot of time in United States and other developed countries, and because of whatever reason they migrate to Canada. And then after coming to Canada, they keep complaining about things that they see in Canada because they constantly keep comparing things with United States. And in my opinion, that is not a fair comparison. Canada is 1/10 of US economy. That means they have 1/10 of everything like jobs, prospects. But the reality is standard of living in Canada is as good as, if not better than that of United States. That is from my personal experience. I have lived in both the countries long enough and I can say they are almost at par than you might see many differences. Yes, there are differences, but the standard of living is also very high in Canada. So if you are one of those people who are fascinated to live in the United States and dreaming about American dream instead of Canadian dream, then don't come to Canada. That is number 3. Number 4, and this is very important, do not come to Canada without a job offer. So what I mean by that is you need to have a job offer first, so that when you come to Canada, you start working immediately. So you start getting a paycheck after 15 or 20 days or within a month. That is important because there are a lot of expenses in Canada. So if you come without a job offer and without an income source, your savings will be evaporated very soon. Your survival will become harder and harder with every passing month. So if you do come without a job offer, make sure you bring the savings for at least 6 months for survival. Number 5. Canadians are very polite and nice people. Now how is this a problem? The problem is they are too polite and not very open. Coming from some of the countries where social aspects are very integrated and the culture that is much more direct than indirect, you may find living in Canada a little bit weirder. Because as much as polite Canadians are, they are very reserved people. Number 6. Universal health care can be a boon for some but can be a curse for some other. What I mean by that, general medical expenses are covered by your provincial health card. Say for instance, if you have a doctor's visit or an annual physical checkup or general flu or cold symptoms, those are always covered through your provincial health care. The things that are not covered are elective surgeries and things like that. So if you are in Canada and if you are opting for elective surgeries, you will need to have a separate insurance to cover that cost. Also for major surgeries, there can be a long wait time and you may not be used to this kind of wait time in your home country. Say for instance, for an MRI, you could see the wait as long as 2 to 3 months, whereas in your home country, you may be able to get an MRI scan within a day or 2. Although the medical expense is covered by the government, it can come at a different cost, which is wait time. So if you have chronic illnesses and if you need medical assistance on a regular basis that need surgeries that cannot wait, then Canadian healthcare system might not help you a lot. So that was number 6. Number 7. Canada is very expensive. So when you come to Canada, you will get a sticker shock with everything that you buy in the store or in the grocery store. The reason is Canadian dollar is about 25% lower in value than United States dollar at the moment. It goes at parity once in a while, but at the moment it's 25% lesser value. That is one aspect. The other aspect is there is something called GST and PST, goods and service tax and provincial sales tax. When you add those things up, it can be up to 10 to 13% on top of the sale price of the item. So the eventual price that you will pay at the counter for a particular item might cost you a lot more than you think. So this is true in a lot of things, such as housing. You pay GST on house, you pay taxes on cars and groceries and everything else. So everything seems to be a little bit more expensive in Canada. And this can be prominent when you initially come to Canada from a country like United States. So that is reason number 7. Now reason number 8. This is interesting and this applies to me. If you are a traveler and if you fly a lot with airlines, you might find that the flight prices in Canada are very, very expensive. For whatever reason, even the domestic flights are very, very expensive. I used to travel from Edmonton or Calgary to Toronto, and my return fare would be anywhere between $500 to $800. I could get a flight from United States to Europe for the same amount, but that's what you paid for flights within Canada. So that is a problem for people who like to air travel. So I just wanted to point that out. That is point number 8. Point number 9 is high taxes. So I just want to point out that the personal tax is higher. So if you own a business or a sole proprietor or a single owner business, that tax is actually lower. So if you want to do a business in Canada, the taxes are lower compared to United States, but your personal income tax is higher. The reason it's higher is because there are certain components that you may not be paying in other countries, such as there is something called Canada Pension Plan. That is a certain amount that goes out from your paycheck every month. That is towards your pension plan. Then also due to the provincial healthcare, they need to get that funding from somewhere, and that comes through your taxes. So taxes in general are higher in Canada. Now point number 10 is interesting. I need to cover a lot of things within this point. If you think that you are going to make a lot of money with minimum efforts coming to Canada, then forget about coming to Canada. That's not going to happen. The reason is, as much as you think Canada is a great country with lots of opportunities, it will take you time and effort to earn money in Canada. For starters, you will find it very difficult to find a job at the same level that you have worked within your home country. So it might take you a while to get to the same level of job that you were working in your home country. So that is number one. Salaries compared to United States are lesser in Canada for the same job level. Third, there will be a lot of expenses, as I said. You will need to buy a car, you will need to buy household items, you will need to buy a house or rent a house, and all of that comes at a very high cost in Canada. So you will not be saving a lot during your initial few years of time. Now, that's not to say you will not make money. It will take time and effort, as I said earlier. If you invest your money in the right ways, if you plan your career, if you build your business, the opportunities are endless. People who work in real estate, business, particularly work in oil and energy sector, make a lot of money. If you work contract jobs with high paying hourly rates, you can also make a lot of money. So not to say that you cannot make money in Canada, it's just that you'll have to take efforts. So I hope you guys got value out of this video. It gives you a little bit of an idea about the darker side of Canada. So all of the videos that I have made in the past portrayed probably that Canada is a great country, and it is. But through this video, I also wanted to point out some of the things that are not so favorable for the immigrants. So I wanted to point them out so that you could make informed decision before moving to Canada. So that's all, folks. If you like this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in the next one.